Mike. Uh-oh. We just skipped that one. Now, we get that one too often.
Well, and I just finished writing an article for the website.
True.
So, yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. Mike wants to know, what does it cost you on average to live aboard per month? Yeah, a month. What does it cost us? It costs us about, I think it's about $1,200 a month averaged over 7 years, and we have lived a pretty lavish lifestyle from time to time, not now. But we spent a year or 6 months in San Francisco. That was real expensive.
Really expensive.
We spent a year in Honolulu.
That was
After
really
we left,
expensive.
we went back for a year, and that was pretty expensive. The main variable is mooring costs.
Yeah.
Groceries, people talk about the cost of groceries being high here and there, and items do vary, but for us it runs about the same.
Yeah, we
most
spend
of the time.
somewhere between $400 and $500 a month on groceries.
Yeah, up to 6, I suppose, but it depends.
It depends.
It depends.
Because San Francisco was pretty reasonable. They had all the farmers markets.
Well, yeah, a lot of places have more choices. San Francisco and Seattle, they have more choices. So, groceries are groceries. Chances are you're going to spend about the same as you always spend on groceries.
But it depends on, if you're buying beef and lamb and chicken. For
Yeah,
your
you buy a
freezer,
lot of fresh meats and stuff like that.
which we don't do.
So there's no way for us to figure out what it's going to cost anybody else. And a lot of times you answer this question and you say, well, it costs what it costs. You spend what you're going to spend. And that's it, because there are certain fixed things, the things that you can predict, but there's no way for us to know about what your eating habits are, or whether if you smoke, if you drink, those things add up fast.
Really fast,
Yeah,
especially
really
the
fast.
alcohol.
So what it costs us about $1,200 a month on average. Right here it's quite a bit less. Here in Alaska, it's quite a bit less, because mooring is so cheap.
Yeah.
The mooring here is here at Petersburg, $79 a month.
Yeah.
So and we could do cheaper than that.
Yeah, we could
If we
go to
moved
Cape.
someplace else, we could do it a lot cheaper.
Cape.
$200 a year.
Yeah.
I think Wrangell was a little bit less. We paid an annual rate in Wrangell, and it was a little bit
A
less.
little bit less.
But San Francisco was $800 a month just for mooring.
Just for mooring.
So and Hawaii was $700 a month just for mooring.
Yeah, but that included ice and coffee.
It included ice, coffee, and free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi. So.
We had free Wi-Fi in San Francisco,
too.
But no free ice. Oh wait, there was free ice at that one place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so it depends. Depends on the mooring is the big variable.
And that depends on the size of your boat.
And that depends entirely on the size of your boat. The bigger your boat, the more it costs.
People get kind of frustrated with budgeting articles about it costs what it costs.
Because they don't tell you in dollars and cents how much to allocate.
Yeah.
So it's hard to figure out. You have to know what your boat costs to moor and to maintain. Lealea, 27 feet. You know what it costs by the foot for mooring, so you can figure it out at each place you go. Maintenance-wise, we have a track record. I've kept track of every penny that was spent on the boat since the day I bought her.
Yeah.
And it has averaged about $100 a month, $1,200 a year, over 25 years. And that includes new sails, a new engine, an engine rebuild,
Paint job.
all grip paint job, new standing rigging twice, new running rigging several times.
And rebuilding the interior and.
Replaced the radio twice, the VHF radio twice in 25 years, and rebuilding the interior. All that stuff, all the general maintenance of our boat, we put away $100 a month, and it always seems to cover it, no matter how big the expense is. But the thing is, you got to put that money aside and hang on to it.
Don't spend it on buying your bud's beer.
Yeah, what else? Budgeting. You can keep expenses down any way you want. I mean, for example, we buy clothes mostly secondhand. We do buy occasionally. Like this shirt was a Christmas present, brand new shirt, handed on me. So your lifestyle choices are what determines how much it's going to cost, not any other particular factor.
Yeah.
Foreign countries, the variation is wild. you know, the currency exchange rates affect everything. So it's hard. We'll say, I can tell you what it costs us, can't tell you what it's going to cost you, but we can tell you how to figure it out. Start with your grocery usage. If you're not sure, go down to your boat, stay on the boat in the marina, and don't leave the boat. Don't run across the street for a beer. Just stay on the boat.
Cook all your meals on board.
For a period of time, maybe a week, maybe a month, if you can.
I'll start with a week and then take that figure and work it forward. Times it by 3 or 4 or 10 or however many weeks you're planning on budgeting for. So.
Yeah, maintenance is something. I mean, if you've owned the boat for a while, you know what your maintenance is going to cost. But if you're starting off with a boat you haven't had for a long time, for a length of time, you may not be able to really figure that out. But we will say, the bigger the boat, the more it costs.
More
maintenance, mooring, everything.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. Laura wrote an article about budgeting, how we, not how you should, but how we never tell you what you should do. We'll only tell you what we do.
What works for us.
Laura wrote an article about budgeting. It's on our website. There's a link in the description, or there will be.
There will be.
Okay. And does that cover budgeting? Does that cover the cost?
I hope so. I'm sure we're going to get more questions on that.
I had a simple answer. He said, what does it cost you on average to live aboard? And it's
on average
$1,200
for the
a
last 7 years has been about $1,200 a month.
Yeah, that's what it's been.